Our next guest can be seen at the City Winery in New York this Sunday. Please welcome the very funny Nick Thune.
Thank you. Oh. Thank you. Thanks for being here. I know it means a lot to you. And I'm a man. Sometimes I just gotta say it out loud. To believe it, you know. I'm 46, but I haven't done a lot of man things. Like, I've never bought wood. Or I've never walked into a store with a ton of cash and said, hey, where's all the wood at? So I thought I could change that. I went to Home Depot, and I asked if they could help me buy wood. And a woman said she could help me. As she was walking me to the wood aisle, we walked around the corner, and she said, this is the wood aisle. And I said, isn't that funny? The aisle is also made of wood. And she didn't laugh. I don't know if she couldn't hear me or what the situation was, but when we got down to the middle of the aisle, she said, what kind of wood do you want? And I'll tell you what I didn't say. Morning. I could have. It was locked and loaded. I wanted to say it. But you don't like the aisle joke? You don't get the morning wood joke. You don't like me at my worst? You don't get me at my best. It's called boundaries. I'm a modern man. I hadn't really thought of what kind of wood I wanted. I mean, I don't know a lot of kind of wood. I know sticks. That's the free stuff, but. So I said the thing that I came to mind. I said, I'll take a 2x4. And she said, well, how long do you want it to be? I was like, all right. You want to play that game? All right. 2? Or is 4 the length? I don't know. And she said, no, the length is actually a third number. The 2x4 part is just the girth of it. And it's like, she would have loved the morning wood joke. But she still doesn't get it. I said, I don't know how long I want it to be. And she said, well, what are you using it for? And it's like, do you want me to buy wood? I can't tell. It seems like you're trying to talk me out of buying wood. I said, it's for my house. And she said, well, what for your house? It's like, I'm gonna add on. And she said, well, what are you adding on? It's like, a 2x4. We're gonna put it in the back, see if we like it. And then she laughed. And I thought, you know what? It's time to give her the morning wood joke. And although I'll never be allowed in that Home Depot again, they said that I was allowed in other locations. Think about, wanting to be a role model. Because I'm a dad. And like most dads, I do have a kid. And my son, I'll never forget, when I was young, I thought, I can't wait till I get older and I get to wake up earlier than I do now and make somebody else's lunch that I don't even know if he's eating. But I do it because that's what dads do. And as I'm making his lunch one morning, I'm halfway into a peanut butter sandwich, and he comes busting into the kitchen, and he says, please don't put any nuts in my lunch. I'm holding a knife with peanut butter on it. I said, why? And he said, because I want to eat with my friends in the nut-free zone. And it's just like, who are you hanging out with? Like, when you leave this house, who are you hanging out with? So anyway, I packed his lunch. I put the peanut butter sandwich in there. And right next to it, I put an EpiPen with a note that said, get ready to be a hero.
That is how you do it. That is exactly how you do it. Thune! Oh my gosh. See Nick at the City Winery in New York this Sunday. We'll be right back, everybody.